Hi, this is Nikki, and this is part 2 of the Divine Collective Energy reading. So this is I just did the reading. The first part 1 is the Divine Counterpart, and part 2, if you're watching this is for us. So this is for those who are watching this video. The other part 1 is for your Divine Counterpart. So, just to recap, the main energy is all about heart healing. So we've gone through this whole heart healing. If you've been broken open, then it's happening to you. Don't think it's happening to you, it is happening for you. And so there's been a big heart opening. Now, and also the main, we're breaking ancestral chains at the moment. So look in your family lines, things from mother, father, grandparents. What are the patterns that you need to break? I was saying in the first video that for me it's been a lot around abundance and the feeling of never having enough. So my grandparents brought up in the war, so the rationing was a big thing. So they just never wanted that feeling of never having enough. So that's been a big thing that I've had to work on, and have been working on it recently. So this break the chain, I totally understand. Also, father, mother energies, what patterns are having to be broken, what forgiveness needs to be done, both in mother, father, and grandparent. Right? Especially around, it could be anywhere for you, but also the Pleiades. So this is the Work Your Light Oracle for the overall reading, and it was basically breaking the chains and also listening to the channeling. So I channeled a letter from the Pleiades yesterday. It's on the link, and it's all about the rainbow energy and what's happening. And basically we are lifting up, but as we lift up, the fear will come back at you twice as hard because it wants to get you stuck in the mud. And so that's why it was a message of warning from the Pleiades to say, there is an influx of good energy at the moment because we've just gone through this cycle of like really crap shitty energy, but now we're on a good bit, but you have to keep the momentum going, otherwise you'll get stuck in the mud. And also it's about being aware that sticky energy will be coming at you super strong, right? So it's about being able to see through that. So basically that will play out. Any energy that isn't love will be energies that you need to work through and transmute. So and in this reading, if you watch the Divine Counterparts part, it will come about in fears and anxieties because basically they're feeling trapped and kind of angst in their own life and want out of that. So, a bit like a caged animal, they want to break free and they can't at the moment. But the big thing for them is they're going through a big third eye awakening. So becoming more and more in tune with their spirit, with their soul, and wanting to break free of the lives that they're in. So, what's for us? What's in our heads is all about this blossoming journey, about how we're increasing in our light. This is blossoming abundance, but if you look here, it's the light, it's the sunflower, it's everything. It's all about, realizing that the higher vibration that we go, the more we attract for our lives, and the more abundance that we can bring in. Hence why this card around breaking the chain. Because this is certainly everything that I've been doing recently, clearing a lot of abundance blocks. And it doesn't have to be about abundance about money. It can be abundance around, living a bountiful life, basically. So that's what's going on in our heads. It's basically opening ourselves up to the light and to the full abundance that the universe wants to give us. Then what's at the heart of us is this huge, again, it's not a surprise that we have the big heart here, considering that we've got this whole heart healing that's going on, is that we've been broken open to expand the heart even more. So that is what is literally at the heart of us. The butterfly, she's wearing the butterfly of transformation on her head, and she's kind of just offering this huge, huge heart. And so that's why this is super important, again, to know that heart offering is being received by the Divine Counterpart, because it's creating in them a desire to want to change their life, right? So the energy that we take, then the union energy for us is that the strategy of how to come home is all within us. it's also number 3, which is the divine. So it's all been worked out. What we have to do is trust in divine timing and trust in our intuition, because the key thing for us is the goddess of the moon, which is 52, which is 7, which is the soul. So this is being the high priestess. This is being able to see into the unseen. This is being able to trust in the intuition, being able to trust in the cycles of the moon, you know, being able to trust in universal energy, and knowing that with each of the moon cycles, we're lifting and shifting energy. And if we are in sync with the moon cycles and putting out our intentions, letting go of what we need to let go of, then every time that happens, every time there's a moon cycle, we are being brought closer and closer and closer into union, because it's all in the star and planetary alignment, you know, and that is what we are really, really working with, because we are of the universe. We are not separate from it. We are all contributing to the vibrational increase in the universe. And so that is why this is the key thing for us to know, to carry on working with the moon cycles. And so then what we're wanting, and this is so lovely, because the overall energy at the bottom of the reading was the souls wanting to charge forward. And if you look at that, which direction is the horse coming? So the horse is coming from the divine counterpart, who is here. And the soul is charging forward to a massive heart healing. It's also number 33. 33 is the Ascended Masters. So Jesus and Mary energy has been, again, way strong recently. That was over the last few days. I can't remember when I did a message about Mary, but that was last week. I can't remember. Anyway, over the last couple of weeks, all the days run into one. Time really isn't, it's just a nothing, isn't it, time? Which is why this is why you just have to trust in divine timing, because literally, the days and weeks, it just all doesn't seem like there is days and weeks anymore. So the soul is charging towards this, basically the doorway to romance, wanting to have a romantic connection, right? And then look, the guidance for us from the Whispers of Love Oracle is to know that the only thing that is real is love. And again, this goes totally with all of the message from the Pleiades. Again, I recommend you watch that video about the rainbow, because it was saying, look, everything other than love is what you're here to transmute and what you're here to work through. And so you're doing really, really well, which is why we can transition through these energies really quickly. But at the same time, those energies will throw back at you super quickly as well. If you look here, this is a tree. So if you're a member of the crystal grid, then again, we are here creating this beautiful unity of love, right? The crystal grid I do is all based around the forest lovers who are entwined together for eternity around the oak tree. If you look at that as well, there is a rainbow growing out of this tree. So, again, more beautiful synchronicities. So, number 7, the soul path. So, we are conditioned to dwell on problems. The true reality is love. Make the choice now to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear once you affirm, everything is okay. I choose love. Look at that. It's also number 22 in the book. 22 is the crowning energy of the entire read, the divine counterpart, the beloved, the yin and yang, the balance, the harmony, the 6-pointed star, the Star of David. So, divine union. So the only truth is love. Now, the guidance for us from the Work Your Light Oracle is to rest. This is the second time. So if you've been feeling deep tiredness, then again, it is because you are transmuting a lot of energy. You are turning a lot of dark energy into light. So give yourself a huge pat on the back, but also treat yourself well. Put your rose quartz in the bath with you. Use bath salts. Get yourself a diffuser. Put some yang and geranium and some aromatherapy oils in. And just you know, basically, and pine came through really strongly. And the message around the pine is also about abundance. So there has been, again, look into your truth. If there has been blockages around abundance because of family lines, then make sure that you do some clearing of that. If there, and other things, so if you've got father stuff going on, if you've got mother stuff, if you've got, it could be, you know, however that relates for you, but that's been a strong message. So, but for us, we've been told to rest, to relax, to just take it easy and appreciate the fact that you're doing a divine job. And so you're going to be reimbursed, right? Blossoming Abundance is here to say you're being reimbursed because you're doing a job for the universe. The universe is going to pay you for it, right? So rest, retreat, and be held. The most selfless thing you can do is to fill up your own inner well. When we are running around half filled, we subconsciously look to things and people around us to give us the nourishment and nurturing that we so deeply crave. Nothing can grow in barren lands. You are no good to anyone if you're running on empty. The feminine is bountiful, fertile and rich. Tend to your own well and watch as the amount you have to give multiplies. If your inner well isn't full, you will find yourself craving things from the outside world to fill it. This is our body's instinctive way of reaching for the grounding and nurturing that we are not allowing ourselves. What nourishes you? What refuels your body? What is nectar for your soul? And what brings you back to life? What is your secret medicine? What makes you feel abundant and fertile and overspilling with life? It may be gardening, arranging flowers, getting a massage, using luxury essential oils. I mean, snuggling up on the couch, hiking, sipping a good coffee at your favourite cafe, attending a women's circle, reading about sacred sites, spontaneous bike rides, walking on the beach, or yin yoga. What nourishes you is your medicine. When you give yourself the medicine that you need to be nourished, you nourish all of those around you, for there is more than enough to go round. So the message from the Work Your Life Action Oracle for us is do something that deeply replenishes you today. Well, I mean, how great. Everything that I was just saying about using essential oils. I'm actually going to yoga today, so there you go. So do something for you, right? Appreciate that you're on this journey. Appreciate that you're here to transmute this energy. And so, you know, how is that darker energy, that dense energy playing itself out? Well, look, it's all on the divine counterpart side, yeah, because they're feeling tied up. They're living in the shadow of their life. They're wanting to come forward, which is why it's causing them frustration. And basically they're being shaken up, right? Because we've gone through a big heart healing, a big third eye awakening, a big kind of push to the soul. Right, so that is, so basically I'm going to end by saying that crowning energy was the balance. At the heart of us is the masks are off, so the strategy is all within. Don't worry, it's in the heart. You just need to chill out, relax, divine timing. And there is definitely a sense of the soul is in charge. The soul is driving towards the union, driving towards the heart opening. And we've got, you know, basically the Ascended Masters have our back. You know, they are there supporting us. The healing that's going on their side is about the mirror. The healing on our side is all about resting, retreat, and breaking the chain of family and ancestral limitations. So tell yourself you're a limitless being. You know, you can do anything that you put your mind to. And go and check out the Pleiades channeling, because that is a really strong message, and that is the message from yesterday's videos. All right, I'll be back with the third part, because the third part is the union and what was the main messages around the entire union. All right, well, I hope that helps. Take care. Bye.